Okay, so our topic for today is about universal set and subsets, and these are our objectives. Describe and illustrate universal set and subsets. List all the subsets of a given set, and determine the number of subsets given a set using the formula 2 raised to n, where n is the cardinality of the set. So, what is a universal set? Universal set is denoted by U, big letter U, and it contains all the elements being considered in a given situation. For example, I have here my universal set is equal to 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. My set A is equal to 2 and 4. My set B is 4, 6, 8. And my set C is 2, 8, 10. So if you can notice, all of my elements in set A, set B, and set C are all here in the universal set because this is what we are considering. Okay? Let's consider this. My set A are all even numbers from 2 to 8. My set B are all counting numbers from 3 to 5. And my set C are all multiples of 2 up to 10. Now, my set A are even numbers from 2 to 8, so those are 2, 4, 6, 8. My set B are counting numbers from 3 to 5, so that's 3, 4, 5. And my set C are the multiples of 2 to 10, so those are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Now, considering these given sets here, I want you to make a universal set out of these three sets. So what are those? You have 2 here, and you have 2 there. Remember, you just only need to write it once if it is the same. Next, you have 3, it's here. Next is 4, so you have 4, 4, and 4, so you can write it one time only. And then 5, 6, okay, there's no 7, so you're not going to write it on the universal set. The next is 8, and then 10. So, given these three sets, our universal set is this. And those three are called the subsets. Now, what is a subset? A set is a subset of another set if all elements of one set are also the elements of the other set. Subset is denoted by the symbol like this. Take note of the symbol. It's look like a letter U na nakahiga. Okay, let's have an example. My universal set is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Now, A is a subset of the universal set because, as you can see, 2 and 4 the elements of set A, 2, and 4 can also be found in the universal set. B, 4, 6, 8. As you can see, all the elements here can also be found here. 4, 6, 8. And C, 2, 8, 10. All the elements of set C can also be found in the universal sets. 2, 8, and 10. Now, let's try to determine whether set A or set B is the subset of C. Let's have the first example. Set C is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, what do you think, or who do you think is the subset of this given set? Is it this one or this one? The correct answer is letter B. So, set B is the subset of set C. Why? 1, 3, 5 are the elements of set B. As you can see, it's also in here. Excuse me. 1, 3, and 5. So if you can see, the elements of set A are 0, 1, and 2, but it's not here. 0 is not here. 1 and 2 is in here. But remember, if there is one missing element, it is not considered as a subset of set C. Let's have the next example. Okay, negative 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. What set do you think is a subset of this given set here? So let's see. Yes, exactly. Set A is the subset of set C here. Why? As you can observe, 0, 1, 4 are all in here. 0, 1, 4. While on the other one, there is 2, there is 3, but as you can see, 5 is not an element of C. So therefore, it is not a subset of set C. Let's go to the third example. Which among the set is a subset of this given set? The correct answer is yes, that is set A. As you can see, all the elements of set A is in here, 5, 7, 9. While in this one, there is no 2 in the given set C. I hope it's clear. Okay, let's consider the following example. So given these sets, let us identify if, excuse me, if each set is a subset of each other. Let's start with A is a subset of B. Now, you can say that A is a subset of B if all the elements of A is in B. Let us see. 2 and 4, is it here? So therefore, this is correct. How about this? B is a subset of A. Can you see? This is our letter B. Our set B has 2, 4, and 8. And if you can observe in set A, there is no 8. So therefore, you cannot say that B is a subset of A because there is no 8 in the set A. So therefore, instead of using the symbol subset, you're going to use not a subset. So you're gonna put a slash on it. So that is the symbol for not a subset. Let's have this one. B is a subset of C. Are all the elements of B in here? No. As you can see, 4 is not in set C. So therefore, you're not going to use the symbol for a subset, but you're gonna use the symbol for not a subset. How about this one? C is not a subset of B as well. Why? As you can see, all the elements in C cannot be found in B, so it's also not a subset. How about this one? Improper subset. How can you say that it is an improper subset? An improper subset is a set wherein it is equal to the other set. So it is denoted by the symbol this. Take note of the symbol. It's like a U and I na nakahiga. So, gagamitin mo lang tong symbol na to if the sets are equal. Example, this one. A is a subset of D. So, you're going to use the symbol for improper subset because letter A has elements of 2 and 4. Letter D has an elements of 4 and 2. As you can see, even though napagbaliktad sila, but the only elements of A and D is 2 and 4. So, therefore, equal sila. Ulitin ko, ginagamit po itong symbol na to if the elements are equal. Yung laman ni A at laman ni D ay same. How about D and A? So, if we interchange this, parehas lang din yon. D is also a subset of A. Why? As I said a while ago, their elements are equal. Okay, how do we list the subsets of a given set? For example, set A is equal to 1 and 2. So, tatandaan, pag naglilist tayo ng subset, an empty set is a subset of every set, and every set is a subset of itself. Anong ibig sabihin nun? Okay, kumbaga, papaanakin natin to ng mga sets. Ano-ano yung mga sets na we can make out of this set? So, sabi, empty set. So, always remember, empty set is always a subset of any set. And also, this set or itself is also a subset of this. So, let's start with that. Empty set and itself. So, ito na siya. May dalawa na tayo. How about the other subset? Okay, we can make another set out of this by getting it first, yung una niyang element, which is 1. Anong sunod? Yung pangalawang element, which is 2. So, therefore, meron pa kaya? Wala na. So, those are the subsets that we can get out of this given set. So, we're just going to arrange it. We'll start with the empty set, then 1, and then 2, and then 1 and 2. So, therefore, set A has 4 subsets. Remember, if you are getting a subset, write it inside of the braces separated by a comma. So, if our elements are 2, our subsets are always 4. Let's have another example. This time, our elements is 3. Okay, so B is equal to A, B, and C. Okay? So, how are we going to give the subset of this? Again, we will going to start with the empty set and itself. Okay? But later, we're going to write, ilalast na natin tong sarili niya. So, let's start with empty set, then one at a time. Let's start with A. What's next? B, and then C. Now, kanina, dalawa lang yung elements. This time, tatlo. So, therefore, we can get a set out of this, which is by 2. Let's have A and B, and then A and C, and then B and C. Okay, we're done with the by 2, and then let's go now to by 3. And that is itself. So, A, B, and C. Now, let's arrange it. How many? There are 8 subsets. Now, let's have this one. List all the subsets given the set C, apple, banana, orange. Again, empty set always will be the first one, and then one by one, apple, banana, orange, and then by twos, apple and banana, apple and orange, and then banana and orange, and then itself. So, as you can see, our elements are 3. So, therefore, we also have 8 subsets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Let's have this one. How are we going to know the number of subsets of a given set? Okay, we are going to use this formula, 2 raised to n, where n is the cardinality. Again, the cardinality is the number of elements. Let's have this one. My set A is 1 and 2. So, as you can see, the cardinality is equal to 2 dahil dalawa po yung laman niya. So, what are you going to do with that? Substitute only. So, n is equal to 2, so therefore, that is 2 raised to 2. When you raise a number, when there is an exponent, it tells you how many times you are going to use the base as a factor. So, that is 2 times 2. So, therefore, that is equal to 4. So, if our elements are 2, our subsets is equal to 4. Let's have another example. What if our elements is equal to 3? Again, get the cardinality, which is 3. Substitute n, and then, so that will become 2 raised to 3. So, 2 raised to 3 means 2 times 2 times 2. So, 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. So, therefore, if the elements are 3, our subsets is equal to 8. Remember that. Okay, let's write this one. Write the number of subsets of the given sets. Okay, how many elements do we have? What's the cardinality of our set? So, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, our cardinality is 5. Replace n with 5. So, that will become 2 raised to 5. So, that means 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. And how do you do that? Don't add, you are going to multiply. 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, 8 times 2 is 16, and 16 times 2 is equal to 32. So, therefore, if the elements are 5, your subset should be 32. How about this one? Dwarfs of Snow White. Oh, ayan, Snow White. So, how many are the elements of this set? That is equal to 7. Very good. So, therefore, our n is equal to 7. So, substitute n. That will be 2 raised to 7. So, that is 2 times 2, 4 times 2, 8 times 2, 16 times 2, and times 2, and times 2, and that is 128. So, therefore, if our elements is 7, our elements are 7, the subsets is 128. That is